The oldest, largest, most formal and spectacular garden in Sri Lanka is the Royal Botanic Gardens in Kandy. Situated in Peradeniya, about 5 kilometers from Kandy, the garden draws more than 1 million locals and nearly 250,000 travelers from all parts of the world. The botanical garden is spread across 147 acres and stands at an altitude of 460 meters above sea level. There is a beautiful history of this magnificent park that dates back to 1371. The origins of the garden were used by local Sri Lankan kings that kept court in this part of the city. However, the British soon took over the conservatory during their colonial rule of the island. Alexandra Moon began the arduous task of forming the botanical garden in 1821 by first using it for cinnamon plants and coffee. The formal launch of the garden took place in 1843 with a variety of plants transported from Colombo and Kaluthara. The Royal Botanic Garden increasingly developed under Scottish biologist George Gardner, who was superintendent of Sri Lanka in 1844. The park continued to be under the reign of British, and in 1912 its maintenance and upkeep were handed over to the Department of Agriculture. The garden was made the headquarters of the Allied forces in Southeast Asia during World War II. In 2018, the Royal Botanical Gardens made the list of the top 10 great botanical gardens in the world. A paradise for nature lovers, the Royal Botanic Garden encompasses 4,000 plant species and is home to palm trees, orchids, herbs, medicinal plants and spices. Moreover, diverse wildlife is amply found in this largest landscaped garden and includes 80 species of butterflies and 20 species of reptiles. The garden is acclaimed for its famous long palm-enclosed avenues and the splendid collection of lavender. Significant foliage comprises the colossal Javan fig tree, cannonball tree, double coconut palm and Burma's giant bamboo tree. The garden signifies a forever beauty, and there is a wide variety of flora that makes this place a haven for travelers. Enjoy a stroll through the spice lawn that is filled with tropical spices such as cloves, cardamom and pepper. There is an impressive man-made lake where you can catch a glimpse of papyrus reeds and giant water lilies. As you saunter further along in the garden, you will encounter the giant Ceylon ironweed tree, which has historical significance. The tree was first planted in 1894 by Nicholas II. You can reach the Royal Botanic Garden via private vehicle, taxi, bus or train. The most affordable option would be by train, as the railway station in Kandy is just 5 kilometers away from the Royal Botanic. You can also travel by bus if you would like to enjoy a scenic tour of the Colombo-Kandy journey. The most comfortable way of travel is by taxi, however this is also more expensive. The Botanic Garden is open every day to the public. If you wish to grab a snack during your time in the garden, there's a coffee shop and a restaurant that is open from 10 am to 5 pm. Locals must pay a small price to visit the garden, while tourists will pay a nominal entrance fee. The best time to visit the Botanic Park is between December and April, when the weather is pleasant and dry, and travelers can enjoy the sunny coolness of the beautiful hill country. The plants displayed in the garden are regarded as the most exclusive in Asia. Encircling more than 60 acres of gloriously designed turfs, canopy, and aesthetically pleasing plant houses, this incredible retreat displays the extraordinary array of fragrant and colorful Sri Lankan, Asian, and international plant life. Stunning pathways lead to various passages that heighten the brilliant colors and expansive grasslands sprinkled with boundless trees. The lush green gardens are immense and a popular tourist attraction in Kandy. With a rare collection of trees, plants, fruits and flowers, the ground allows for not just traipsing and relishing the breathtaking beauty of your surroundings, but also the chance to buy your favorite plants and flowers at the little shop situated adjacent to the garden. If you wish to learn in depth about the medicinal plants, you can hire a local guide who will explain in detail the growing techniques, medicinal properties, the proper conditions needed to grow such plants, the uses of flowers, and the original names of the diverse flora and fauna. The Botanic Garden has 3 unique palm avenues, namely Palmyra Avenue, Cabbage Avenue, and Royal Palm Avenue, all incredibly dramatic and stately. The alleys are encased with large palms and a suspension bridge that stretches over free-flowing channels. A serene and tranquil environment, the atmosphere in the garden is peaceful, quiet and encircled by the stillness of the nature. One of the must-visit travel destinations in Sri Lanka, the Botanic Garden has a history that is a century old, with many of the plants and trees displaying distinct names of the famous people who planted them. This is a visually picturesque setting that complements radiant hues displayed at every start and turn. It's the most wonderful horticultural memory travelers can treasure of these remarkable grounds. As you meander through the exquisite Royal Botanical Gardens in Kandy, dwell on the history that it was once reserved for Kandian royalty and then the British rulers, but has since been the gateway even to the common traveller, and is one of the most significant parts of the culture and tradition of Sri Lanka.